The farmers' protest has returned, hasn't it, Gordon? What's crazy is even though the farmers are marching to Delhi, they've stopped about 200 miles off it because they were being essentially pushed out from even making it there. They've done things like cutting phone signals out in the area to stop people communicating, which is a mad tradition. If you did that in England, it'd be anarchy. But in India, it's just accepted that they can switch things on and off like it's a tap.
Obviously, farmers have to make a living. They obviously make this stuff, they sell this stuff, but they still want to be able, they have to live off its substance, right? If they don't have enough paisa, then there's no farmers, man. There's no farmers, no food. Like, it's very simple.
It begs the question, what does raising awareness actually do over here? Because it's not like international pressure will reach over there. Because the story isn't sexy anymore and it's been through its first round of outcry and then they back down. Now it's back. It's not getting the same wave of attention, if you notice. No one's really giving it that much bump anymore.
So these are the reforms. These are the requests. Number 1.
What's up, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. Hello.
That was very much like we are going to have a good time today. It's really fun today.
Yeah. It's fun every day, bro.
Yeah. So what were you just apologizing for pre coming on? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry that last week's pod, I just pretty much ran the entire thing on my own and you just sat there and gave me little bits to go off. That's what
I've grown up. I've got a house, big man. Yes, I am king of the castle. I have a chair. Yes, I have a chair.
Exactly.
I have a Kobe.
Yes. I'll try to mirror a very similar layout until suitable opportunities arise where I can migrate to a different part of the house. Till then, This will do.
That is like the weirdest way you could have said that. Just tell people what you mean.
I'm trying to build a little pod space. It's just going to take me a while.
Just say that.
Okay.
It's over there. It's in that direction. It's pretty cool.
In this direction, it's going to take a while.
It's going to be epic. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Migrating, like, pata nahi kithe Australia chale aa tu saaliya. It's like just down the thing. Anywho, how goes the internet then, my friend?
Oh my God. My
Special advisor to the podcast, Kenny.
What a legend. What a legend.
Go on. Sift kar di.
The guy saved me, man. Basically,
do you know what sift means?
Punjabi word for thanks?
Yeah, sift is like praise. Sift nahi kar sakta. I can't give enough praise.
Achha. Well, I'll give a lot of praise to him. He smashed it. So he told me to buy a couple of things for the house, a thing called a mesh network, which is where you essentially find ways to distribute your internet across the house in dead spots. That's the easiest way I can summarize it for those that don't understand technology.
You got it now, haven't you?
I don't understand technology.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
And there you go.
You picked it up quickly. I've got to be honest with you.
That's
pretty good.
So you and Kenny put me in a WhatsApp group. It was already in the WhatsApp group, and we were just talking about it. And you said you might want to try this, might want to try that. The price brackets were quite high for some of them, so I said let me go for the middle one. And the middle one was good. Got it all set up. I thought I needed Kenny for more than I did. I didn't. Set up the majority of it, then spoke to him for an hour and a half last night and got bits and bobs done because there were a couple of technical issues that I couldn't fix. So he helped me do it, troubleshoot it. Got it all set up here. Trying to get one spot in the house sorted, but I'm going through God and Sky to get it done. Yeah, man, it's been super good. So thank you so much to Kenny. I probably will be needing his help again in a couple of weeks' time with, I'm sure, outstanding problems because a couple of the devices that I'm trying to connect to the Wi-Fi aren't connecting. We're talking about real adult stuff here. Today, I didn't even realize that my Ring alarm wasn't working all day until I was like, got home and I was like, the mail came, but I didn't get the notification. The mailman was at my door. And then I thought, oh shit, I've disconnected and reconnected the internet through a different network. Now I need to reconnect it. So
you repaired it?
Yeah, I've paired that up again. And then in the motion that came through on Sandra's phone, she said to me, well, this was a horrifying image. It was just me in front of the camera doing this, looking at my phone.
Just the normal indie face, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell, he's quite close to the camera there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So that's what happened.
I think that'd be good to release. Maybe release that footage.
And maybe I will not.
Patreon number, guys. If you want to see Indy in his usual scary face, then
yes.
But because it'll look like Paranormal Activity because it's black and white.
It does, man. The black and white night vision is not flattering to anyone.
Yeah, it's not.
Right?
When your eyes
looking
pop
like some Kim Kardashian, Ray J tape kind of esque stuff, you know.
Head down. Yeah, and how does it feel to have a mortgage, big man?
Scary, bro.
Why don't you tell the fans what your dream is?
As
dictated
me,
by your wife.
Being the naive but I was, didn't realize what my dream was, and then I obviously I put the mortgage application through Garen's lovely wife Shindy and got that all sorted, which is great. And only now when I realized that we've moved and it's kicked in and it's actually a reality, I'm like, okay, now my dream is paying off my mortgage. Up until then, I was like, don't really have a dream. And Sandra's like, look at me. Your dream is to pay off this
I
mortgage.
am the
was like,
captain now.
yes.
I am the captain. Look at my eyes.
So there you go.
Yeah, so Indy has a dream. The dream is to not become bankrupt, to run a podcast.
That'd be very nice.
That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Garen, kick me off, man. Let's go.
So I'm under the weather this week. So guys, I apologize for the quality of the jingle. Confessions of Brown Monday.
See, you could have done your little Phoebe. You know how Phoebe had that horrible sore throat?
Yeah, the voice.
Hey, baby, you know I love you. Like all that stuff, like proper croaky voice. And then she said, Gunther, kiss me. Like, what? Because she wanted the voice back.
Brown Monday.
Okay, that's just sensual.
I know, yeah. Okay, that's not the right vibe. No, if you want to pay for that cameo, there's a different side for that.
Also, I had to change my hoodie because this guy, even though his wardrobe is closer to him, came on the pod wearing the same color top as me. So I went upstairs and changed. So there you go.
And I'm going to just give the viewers a bit of an insight. Indy going upstairs in Indy's house is like climbing Everest, man. It's like going to base
cardio.
Camp. Bloody hell, man. So when we were staying at his last week for our mystery guest, who you don't know who it is. Maybe some of you have guessed, but you probably haven't. Shindy, Akam and I were in the top room, which means 2 podium. Okay, 2 sets of stairs. And like I said, they're pretty much like this. Like I said, they're just climbing wall. So on the first night, I had to warm the dud. And obviously, as you know now, Indy, you can store it in the fridge, but once you take it out, that's not good. So it's breast milk, right? So it's liquid gold, so you don't want to waste it. So Shindy's like warm it up, not all at the same time. So I go down 1 ounce, back up. EK still hungry? Go down another 2 ounces, back up. So I must have gone up 3-4 times. This is on the day we revived, and we revived late at your house, like 11:30, quarter to midnight. So yeah. So when Indy says he has to go upstairs, it's proper.
Meanwhile, this guy just has to take 10 steps. He's in his wardrobe.
Just here.
Walk-in wardrobe, may I add.
But
he's like, Indy, can you humble benti, please? I was like, fine.
Humble benti. Okay. That has to be one of your favorite phrases.
Oh, I love it. It's the best phrase in the world.
Yeah, but you never do humble benti.
No, I do. I come to you humbly, humbly.
You know the thing about humble benti is like when we use it,
cup in hand.
You never say humble benti. You can't say it, but you actually say it. You like preface it with, "This is a humble benti." I'm like, yeah, but it's not humble anymore, is it?
I'm like, got it. Humble benti. Yeah, okay. What I need you to do is push the pod by 20 minutes. You'll be like, okay.
Okay. So, kick things off. Now, you referenced Phoebe. It's actually in relation to Phoebe, this is. Do you remember in Friends where, I don't know why, but I think they were in Vegas. There's somewhere where there's a casino. It might be another part of America, but they're in a casino.
They were in Vegas, I think, yeah.
Might be in Vegas, somewhere else. And basically
Phoebe... No, they were, because Ross and Rachel got married in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, missed that one. Remember the slot machines?
Yes.
Right, and Phoebe's walking around and there's this buddy who basically, I don't know what the term is, it's like goal hanging, but she's waiting for people to run out of coins and they're right about to win. Then she comes in, puts like a coin in and then takes the win.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
I've forgotten the name. What was it like? She called her a stalker or something?
Yeah.
Anyway, people know, comment, because I've forgotten, please tell me that.
That thing, really kind of like goal hanging type thing, right? And Phoebe clocks onto it. So the exact same thing
happens.
Lurker. Yes, lurker. The exact same thing happens with EK and burping, right?
Okay.
Now, you have seen what it takes for a young child to burp. Now, EK is obviously a little bit older now, so it's a little bit easier. But in the early days, when you came for that day, Ananda College Day, Ananda College podcast day is not the Indy and I had Ananda College.
Good clarification there, mate.
Just to be clear, yes. How much it took, right? Yeah. Because they don't have the ability, babies, to get that air out. And that trapped air, basically, that if you drink more dodda and there's a level of air or layer of air, then it won't go past and then that dodda just comes straight back out. So until that air clears, then they can receive more or they're full and they're happy. Right? So I will put all my mint in. You can't see. I'm doing it on the knee here.
Mm.
Walking around. Come on, give daddy a
Like it's a
burpee.
dilly on the side of a door, you know?
Yeah,
That one.
exactly that. And I'm, I have to make up like a burp songs like, you have to do a little burpee, then I'm gonna give you some more do. I mean, these don't rhyme, but I
No,
just
of
have
course
to
they're
make
not.
a tune. No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to make it rhyme. But so I'm doing this like, come on, EK, do a burp. It's a time for a little burp. Come on, give daddy a little burp. Time to give daddy a little burp. Like, so so do one tune, whatever. Nothing.
Mm.
And then obviously your arm gets tired or whatever. Then Shindy's like, give it to me. What happens, Indy, when Shindy takes her? Tell me.
Bam.
That. And I'm like, this is not fair, right? Because then she's taking the glory of my hard work in the same way about the slot machine. You know what meant means, yeah?
What does meant mean?
Meant means effort.
Or I have a better analogy. You
Go
know
on.
the picture that everyone uses for motivation, where the guy's got the tooth and he's chipping away at the soil, and behind
Yeah.
the back of the soil is a diamond, and the
diamond
guy's
as well.
walking away, and the other one's going for it. That's pretty much a good analogy. You're like, you've done 95% of the work. Shinji just comes in, knocks it once, and it falls through.
Yeah. And it's like,
There you go.
they're just, this gussa at Shindy. I can't be angry at EK, but whatever that emotion is for EK, I was like, listen, come on. I'm giving my all here. Give me the burp. Why are you giving your mum the burp all the time? Why are you reinforcing her? She already knows she's good. I need the validation. Menu de. Do you know what I mean? So,
Well, Karan, what was
yeah.
the technique?
For burping.
Yeah, Shindy
No,
did it way
we
too.
have this. We have the same technique. It's not. It's just about time, right? But the thing now is, so Shindy has this other special technique, which is like she's not burping, just lie down. Let's lie down for a little bit, then lifts her back up, and automatically she goes bah. And I'm like,
Ooh,
well, that makes no
magic.
sense at all. Yeah, I thought that makes no sense at all. Seems to work though. But now she's getting good where she can self burp without tapping, which is quite good.
When
So
she yacked up on me the other day and I was wearing a white top, I was like, "It'll be fine." No, it stains.
you're smelling it. You're like, oh.
I was like,
oh,
"Oh, it's a bit zesty, this."
yeah.
And then I
It's
thought I'll
like-
get changed later because there's no point. I'm going to hold her again in a sec, so it's cool.
Yeah, you're quite comfortable holding her actually.
It's all right, man.
Quite-
I've held kids before, like
yeah.
nephews, nieces, all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's cool.
I know it's been a few years, and
It has, but it takes a couple of attempts. You're like, oh, okay, I'm getting back into it. I understand.
no, you seemed quite pro. Like you there, your cam was in front of you, and you was there, like she was here. So
Yeah.
rated, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
So there you go. So,
So-
that's just more feelings of me not feeling adequate as a man and a father.
Wow.
And,
Wow. You feel deprived as a man. Okay.
That's it.
But does she light up when you come home from a hard day's work? That's the question.
Yeah. One sec.
Yeah, of course she does. I'm daddy dearest.
When she'll be lying there, and you walk in the room and she hears a voice. You've seen her. She does a stare and she'll follow you around,
Yeah.
and then she knows it. She knows Big Boss is here. And then as soon as I walk in, it's time to do a part. She sits on my godi. You put the part on, and we get the little Cherneh.
What's a
And,
Cherneh for those that don't understand? You said this last week.
I actually don't know the English word, but thimble, maybe thimble. A bit like right. Tambourine,
Yes.
right? That's in a circle. Think of like
Yeah.
a straight tambourine.
Okay.
So in the Gurdwara, when you Kirtan, you do the tuk, 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 you have that version, the small ones.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have the
yeah,
big,
yeah.
You have the
yeah.
big long Cherneh, and you're like,
You mean a Chimta?
Chimta, sorry, Cherneh are the. Yeah. Sorry, I'm confusing the two. Chimta is a long one, and Cherneh are the small ones.
Chacha. There we go.
Yeah, they do like this. Yeah.
It's like the
So-
sympathy instrument you give to someone when they can't be on beat. You're like, here,
Well,
take
you
this.
You say that, but actually playing the Chimta and the Cherneh aren't easy, as you know.
No,
Chimta
playing
master.
Chimta isn't, but Cherneh
Yeah.
is not the main
Uh,
stage thing. It's like
no.
a background thing. You're not mic'd up. So if it's on stage Keaton, you're like the person sitting the second row behind everyone, and you're just doing it for an extra effect.
Yeah,
No
but
one
it
can
does
hear
make
you
a big
that
difference.
clearly.
Like Vajja Tabla, Cherneh
Yeah.
definitely has a different layer. But you're right, it's not. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. Chimta, because of the size and the weight, as the Indy knows from Folk Stars to 2015, is
And
not easy.
TBC 2014, but yeah.
Did not know that. Wow, let's say now. Wow, you're a two-time
there.
national
Been there.
Chimta player.
Yeah.
You're some of a legend, aren't you? Guys, if you want to see
Not really.
Indy's Chimta routine, you know, I had actually planned on your reception at your house to grab
Want
the
to pull
mic.
out Chimta?
To grab the mic and be like, we're going to get a very special performance here today. He didn't know he was going to be doing this, but Indy is going to lead us all now in a Chimta routine. I'm going to put loads of Chimta, and we're all going to have
God.
Chimta, and you were going to do
That would have been hilarious. You
that
should have
would
done
be
it.
hilarious. I forgot, man. We'll do it though.
A lot was happening on that day.
Yeah, a lot really was happening that day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever become close enough to us, whoever's listening here, he might tell you what exactly was happening that day.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Or maybe I won't.
maybe you won't, but if you get close enough, you definitely will. So yeah. Chal, what's happening with you, Mitra?
Well, I'm going to give people a bit of a recap.
Wow.
The legend, CSK, had his
The legend.
70th birthday
Big boy
a couple of weeks before.
in the house.
So I moved house. Remember, people? You know, you see this different layout that I've got right here? Well, things are a little bit different because the week before that, it was Dad's 70th. And by the week before, I mean 4 days before we actually got the house, it was Dad's 70th in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Now, went to Gurren and Shindy's bath for Ekam first.
Path.
What did I say? I said bath. Sorry, bath.
Path. I follow the path to God, the path.
Yes, good point. Good point. It's bath.
Uthe jaake na main
Thing is, do you know why I say that? Because whenever people type it out,
TH,
they
you're
type
right.
it out P-A-A-T-H.
Yeah. See, I'm a P-A-T-T guy. Guys, what do you say? I said part because P-A-T-T, but I have seen the P-A-T-H or P-A-T-H. You're right.
Say it in Punjabi.
Part.
Yeah, that's a harsh T. It's not a soft T. The one that I'm doing is a soft T. So I'm doing a tata, and you're doing like a.
Correct. Yeah, you're doing a tata.
Yeah.
Path. Path se chaliye.
It isn't a tanka. Yeah, that's a proper aggressive one. That is, man. That's like a proper.
You know, whenever you say akkar, you know what comes up in my head now?
What?
Ulu. When you said it on, because you said it on that reel. You're like, what's the akkar, bro? Boot. Ulu. Oot. And then my head goes back because you're there. You're ulu. Oot.
Yeah.
You're straight in. It's like,
listen,
guys,
I know
Indy,
that starting
Indy
basics
might,
Punjabi book. Okay, you know
that's
what?
What I was about to say. Indy might not know.
I think I got it. Wait there. Hang on. Carry on.
Wait there.
Where is it? No.
I found mine first. Punjabi Made Easy, book one by J.S. Nagara. Actually, wow, didn't realize I actually got my name on it, guys. Look, you can see a sticker. It's got my actual
That's the
name.
one. That's the one I was on about. That one there. Yeah. That one there.
Look at the sticker.
I got it upstairs. Just got
Look
it.
at the sticker.
Have you stolen that?
No, it's original.
You're meant to give it back.
Oh, nahi, Punjabi teacher was family.
Yeah. So at the start of that, the ura. Tell me what the first thing is on ura. Thank you, oot.
I will say one thing. Indaveer may not be able to speak good Punjabi, but his knowledge of the akhna, right, is second to none. Wow, you know, I just realized.
What?
This is so good, Indy. Look on the not the wood side. Look on the other side. Look what the diagrams are on.
What, the left hand side? Your mouth.
Side. Yeah, no, it's showing you. You can't see that clearly, but it's showing you what to do with your tongue to make the noises. English.
Oh wow.
T and D. Punjabi. T, th, d, d, r, n, r. Look, it says when you pronounce the Punjabi t, th, d, dh, the tip of your tongue should touch your teeth. It's important that when you pronounce the Punjabi t, th, d, dh, n, r, and l, you curl your tongue backward and the lower side of your tongue touch the hard palate. When you pronounce the English T and D, the tip and the upper side of your tongue touches the gum ridge between the upper teeth.
Got it. I'm going to be very honest. This is called Punjabi Made Easy for 6-year-olds. You think they're reading that being like, what's my palate? How do I roll my tongue? They're like, this is what kids would do. And then nothing else.
There's a good thing there's a diagram, huh? This is quite good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, back on topic.
CSK.
It was Dad's birthday, Goran and Ekham's, and Shindi's Bart. Yeah.
Good lad.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
Indy
I
went
was
to
meant
the
say Ekham's
Gurdwara
Bart, but yeah.
and
And I did the Matha Dig. Thank you.
you know I'm laughing now.
Matha Dig. Okay.
No, you said take right. But now you said matha wrong, you went matha.
No, I said Matha Dig.
Okay.
I did that on purpose. Come on, man.
You wore a lovely patka, which I haven't seen you wear in years, and nobody recognized
You haven't seen me in a
you.
Patka for years. The return of Patka Indy was lit.
Nobody. Multiple people. Who is this person sitting next to you?
Who is this handsome fella?
I don't think Sanji even recognized you. She's like, "Kaun baitha utte?"
She hasn't seen Patka Indy for years. He's been away in hiding. Yeah. Had the Bart, which was nice. I was only there for about 2 hours. Sanjay had thought it was only like, it's only an hour. I was like, no. Sukhmani South Bart are 2 hours minimum.
You're both technically right. The actual reading of the part, Sukhmani South part, is about 1 hour 15. Everything else is extra, like Kirtan, Vichar, all that kind of stuff. Tell people about the cakes, man.
I banked on 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
I will. I banked on 2 hours thinking it's all good. It's fine.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Sorted. 4 o'clock hit and I was like, we need to go because everyone's at the restaurant, which happened to be 5 minutes away from the Gurdwara. And I thought I was very, very lucky that you chose to do the event in Warsaw because Warsaw was close to my mum and dad's, and therefore logistically getting from place to place, I could stay at the bar as late as possible.
Yeah, that, and probably also, it's not like Warsaw has a surplus of great Punjabi restaurants or venues, like.
But there is another Gurdwara that you could have gone to. I drove past it to go and collect Ekham's cakes.
Yes, Gurdwara, yes. But I just mean from the restaurant perspective. Bro, where else is there, man? There's nothing else. Unless you're going to
True, but mum, dad could have chosen a few places. You could have chose Pushkar, if that's still open. I don't even know if it is.
Yeah, or Birmingham side, Pushkar.
Or you could have done like the Belfry if you wanted to and have like catering. Like anything's possible. Yeah.
So the whole party was definitely on the cards, wasn't it, at some point?
It was, yeah. So you tasked me with the lovely responsibility of going.
You were the sub-team leader on the project.
Yeah, clearly. So
to go and get the
I'm
items.
Sitting in there thinking this is great. Let's just crack on. So went to go and collect it. Right. I didn't know that you ordered 200 cakes.
So you got the wrong 101.
Sorry, 101 cakes. It felt like 200 when I listed it up. Okay. And they were in these little small boxes, and in there's like 6 slices. So like a rectangle box. Yeah. Fine. The woman pulls it out and says, here you go. This is one. I said, this is one. She said, yes. Now, you can't leave your car up front. You got to walk up to the car park. What
had I sent you?
You sent me directions as well.
No. Come on. What had I sent you?
Okay. This guy thinks I am... A part of it, I'm not going to lie, going, is a little bit patronizing. So I was like, okay.
Really?
I was like, okay. I know how to drive a car. I know where to park. I understand. But I know that you're just doing what you normally do for people when you're explaining where something is.
That's interesting. Your take is interesting there, but have you been to Karma before? Would you have known about that car park?
No. Okay, the car park was clear, but you didn't have to draw like these little funky arrows on the road because I'm like, I can just do maps. The guy sent me like 6 images. He said, park walk here, mark with an X. Walk this way, straight. You draw like straight on the Google Street View. Walk straight down here. Take a right here. Look for the Nishan Sahib. Go left there, then Nishan Sahib. And then go here and then walk inside here. It's on the pathway here. You can't go straight. It's a one-way street. It's barricaded off. You had to jump through 7 hoops. And I'm like, God, what the hell? I'm not Sonic the Hedgehog, right? So anyway, I go inside, collect it, go back to my car, and I'm like, okay, that's one. The second one was heavier for some reason. My arms were a bit fatigued. Can't lie.
And you have to factor in, guys, like this is only retrospect, I'm thinking this. The man with the dodgy back. I've given him this task on his own
gave it to me.
To carry this enormous dabbe. There's 2 big dabbe, basically, 50 boxes each from the shop to the gaddi.
Do you know what I also had to do? I had to sit and think, by the way, why did you order 101?
Because they said it was, it's not special. It's not like the 51 or 101 Shagun. It was just they said there's a discount on 101.
Oh, okay.
From 100 101.
It sounded like it's like an old
Yeah, no. 181 करने हैं डब्बे खुशी च building fund वास्ते. No, it wasn't anything like that. It was literally I said 100 and they were like, "भाजी जे तुसी 101 करते हैं फिर ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ discount मिल जाना ज़्यादा."
Okay.
So I was like, "चलो ठीक है फिर." For one extra डब्बा, well, the whole, the benefit of the discount.
Of course. So that worked out great for you. I also knew that we were going to be sitting in a Gurdwara and you wanted me to sit at the front with you and have a straight back. So I stretched my back for an hour beforehand.
Preparation.
Just to be okay. I was like, okay, I need to make sure that everything is firing okay in my back. That I don't have any problems.
I'm going to give the shout out now. The Chacha turned up, man.
We united.
The Chacha's United. That was the name of the WhatsApp group that was set up for this event.
Thank you. It was.
Shout to Rhoda. Shout to this man right here. Now, this is a small point, but it's a big point in my head. If you're going to Gurdwara and you are able-bodied and you are young, there is no reason to be sitting at the back of the Gurdwara, and there is second no reason to be sitting on the side against the wall. Absolutely no reason. You're there. What is the point of being in the bar hole? You want to be close to Guruji. You want to take that Ananda. You can do whatever else you want to do when you leave. So whilst you're there, be there. Be present.
Would you say I am able-bodied?
That's a good question, isn't it?
See what I mean?
Yeah, you were tested.
I should have had my medical exemption card ready. My disability pass.
My God, I'd love to see you produce one as a joke, and show it to old school Babbe the Gurdwara.
Yeah,
we'll even get it translated into Punjabi, and then like the Joker has when he's laughing on the bus, he pulls out the card. You can pull out this thing. You're like, the thing. They look at you. They look at the card. I'm like, yeah, theek nahi hai.
Do you know what Dad said to me? He said, "Indavid, I need you to put in an application for me to get my my blue disability pass." I was like, "Are you disabled?" He said, "Yeah, all you got to do is apply for the council and you get one or something." I was like, "I don't think it's that simple, Dad." But okay. And then he went to India. So I don't know if he's ever gonna chase me up on that, but I've got a feeling he'll call me in a few weeks, be like, "Have you done it?"
So have you done it?
What do you think, Adam? What do you think?
Well, you're quite good normally getting tasks done, so why haven't you done it?
I forgot. I won't lie until now, but yeah.
Okay, well that's fair. Get it done.
So we left yours, went to Dad's event. It was lovely. My bubby ordered a magician.
Oh yes, son of
the
Dynamo.
magician was a psychology magician. So he would do things where he would ask you, "Can you think of a name?" And then he'll say, "I'm going to write out the name of the person on paper." And even Desi names he got correct. It's like you would read people's eyes and body language to understand what the name of the person was.
This is a Gora,
Gora? Gora, yeah. Then he also did some mad tricks where he was making us think, okay, I'm going to ask you to sit here and you're going to give me a number between 1 and 100. You pick a number and he'll be like, okay, in my phone is this number. It's your favorite whiskey. And the number that you chose is the whiskey on his notes app already. He loaded it up. He's like, that's the number there. Is that your favorite whiskey? He said, yes. Like, he did things like that to my dad. And my dad was thinking, what kind of nuzzard is this, man? How is he doing this? Literally, man. He was thinking, what is this? And Dad was turning a bit red because he was laughing so much, thinking, I don't understand how this guy's doing it, but I'm blown away. Like, absolutely blown away. Yeah.
I can imagine see a kid's reaction. Like when you told him about the views on his video. Oh bloody hell.
Bloody hell. Yeah, he proper wheeze laughed. Yeah. I wheeze laugh as well now, according to Sanj. Sanj says you really are your father's son. You laugh exactly like him. I was like, thank you. Appreciate that. Give
a shout out to the magician and the venue.
I actually can't remember his name. I will link him in the description after. I'll get it off my brother and Bubby. But I think his name was Mark.
Bal had seen him where?
He saw him at Fringe Festival. In fact, if I type in Mark Magician Fringe Festival, and the guy works in banking, I'm thinking, bro, how are you? You're wasted here in banking. Why are you working there?
Because
you do not need to work there at all.
Well, then why don't you podcast full time on it? Like, it's just, bro, it's that thing in the transition. You know the struggle.
No. It wasn't that. He was doing it full time. Then COVID hit, and obviously that all dried up. Then he went back to full time work because he needed to be stable. So I thought, okay, fair. Anyway, I'm jumping around. Let's get back to the topic. So that was fun.
We're at 5 Rivers.
All good. Cut a cake. Had a nice time. And you know when your your children of the main person whose birthday it is, it's your job to go around and make sure that everyone's hosted okay. No.
Yeah.
It's your job to go around and make sure that everyone's okay. knowing my mum and dad, we planned for this. They actually overbooked the amount of people that were coming because they sent out distribution to people, and then people don't listen to when it says only 2 people. So what happened was mum and dad the week before the event was sending messages out to everyone. My dad had it typed out saying 2 only, please. And he sent it as like a broadcast message to his friends. And I just typed out and said, please only bring 2 people. No more. Full stop. I had to write it in like a better way so they get it. Some people still didn't get the fucking memo. So there you go. People showed up with like randoms that we've never seen before. Because, you know,
you're like, who are you? Who are you?
Some people ask me, who am I? And I was like,
No. You asking them, ਭਾਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਸੀ 1961 ਤੇ ਸੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਤੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਹੈਪੀ ਬਰਥਡੇ ਭਾਜੀ
Well, during the speech that my mum was giving my dad answered the phone and
Hello?
she's trying to talk to him.
Hello?
He answered the phone and everyone starts laughing. And he's like, why are you laughing at me? I'm on the phone to someone. He's outside the house. He thinks I'm at home to wish me happy birthday. But he's telling me open the gate and I'm not there. So and everyone said, if there was a more representative image of mum and dad's relationship, it's that. Mum's talking to dad. Dad's not listening. He's on his phone. He's answered the phone call. Something's more important. That was a very good snapshot moment, which is nice.
He's coordinating, isn't he?
Oh, big time. Now, obviously, as you know, Gordon, the dads all get absolutely drunk, don't they? They get sloshed.
They're basically sloshed. So I made it quite late, guys, to the party. And when I went up to the party on the stairs, there's a big table and there's lots of little sub tables and there's a bar over there. The big main table, like it just looks like the meeting of, you know, like Narcos and all the drug lords have just got together. All the various factions and they're just there like sharing a paji. I love you, paji. मैं थोनू प्यार करता नहीं पाजी मैं थोनू प्यार करता पाजी तू तो मेरा भरा ही है पाजी तू तो मेरा भरा ही है साडी मां ही एक ही है. So you know there was so much प्यार going on. It's just
so much of that going on, and then the restaurant closes up and we're shutting down. A few people go back to the house. By a few, I mean half of everyone there. They went back to the house, and those men. I've noticed Punjabi men when they're drunk, they get very loose.
Those men.
They get very loose, Scudden.
Define
right?
loose. Define loose.
Loose as in they're sitting there and they're just chatting the absolute most amount of gas ever about like binned life or like, oh my God, look at it. Look at us. We have made it here. We've done so well. Like, look at this. All of us are sitting here having a good time in good health.
Oh, bhai. Inni aji kitthon aaye si. Inni mushkil. ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਲਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਇੰਦਵੀ ਨੇ 2 ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਸਕੂਲ ਮੈਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਏ ਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਫੂਕੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਲਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਜੋਗ੍ਰਾਫੀ ਦਾ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਇਹਨੇ ਓ ਮਾਈ ਗॉड ਭਾਈ ਇਹ ਚਿਮਟੇ ਪਲੇ ਕਰਦਾ. Oh shit! They do. They get proper sentient reminiscent, don't they?
Oh mate! Then at the end, as they're leaving, the Indian circle lasts for 45 minutes. I timed it; it was 45 minutes from standing up to getting to the door for people to leave. And what I noticed is when they're saying bye to each other, the guys are like they'll hold each other for like a long time. They'll like hold each other like this, be like Hanji, and then keep holding.
It's the like, lingering hand. The hand lingers.
Are you guys gonna let go? The hand lingers. Yeah. But then for some of them. I saw this, Gordon. I saw.
Wait. This is a moment. Right. Wait. Wait. Bring your hands apart.
Everyone, bring your hands apart. Okay.
You bring your hands apart, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna add a song voiceover, and you're gonna slowly bring them together until they link. You got it?
Okay.
You got the brief?
Got it.
You'll know with the song when to do it.
Okay.
कभी खुशी कभी गम ना जुदा होंगे हम कभी खुशी कभी गम I can't remember the rest of the tune.
That's exactly it. And I'm sitting there thinking, why are they holding hands right now and looking at me dead in my eyes? Like as if I'm going to sit there and be like, yes, I acknowledge that you two are best friends.
No.
Why
you're next? Tera bhi hath farna si.
No one's interlocking fingers with me. And Sanj, poor girl, she was privy to this, seeing like, I've just seen 2 grown men hold hands in this way. And she said, Indy, I can never hold hands with you again. She's scarred. She saw things. She saw things.
She saw 2 of the most alpha jack men do it. And she
Oh,
was
there were
like,
many alpha jacked men there. I'm not saying names of who it was, but it was flipping hilarious when it happened. So,
and you said there was movement as well, the swinging of the hands.
oh yeah, they were swinging back and forth like this
Yeah.
afterwards, and I'm thinking, you guys are so drunk. They were so drunk, and the next day when my dad woke up, I could still smell the alcohol on him after we had a shower. I was like, wow, you went for it. The amount of empty bottle I threw out was quite high. Quite high.
Was the pen still there though?
Well, I'm going to come to that in a second, actually. But can I ask you, Gordon, am I punching with Sanj?
Okay, I know where this question is coming from. I know it was mentioned to you on the night.
Am I actually punching?
I think you two are both equally attractive people.
Okay.
And I think you've both done very well in different
Thank you for making me feel better. But it seems like I am, because every time I introduce Sanj to people that hadn't seen me or her ever,
this is your wife.
They're like, this is your wife, like her.
Yeah.
Wow. Like she's so beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, she is, but what am I, the dog's dinner? Like, what's going on? So Sanj is sitting there being given all this praise, and she's like, I've never had so many people compliment me in one night, but also, what does it say about you? And I was like, yeah, what does it say about me?
And then you should add on to that. You're like, punching. She's the breadwinner. Like, I don't bring anything here. I podcast, you know?
Come on now. So there you have it.
Oh shit! Yeah, what do you say to that? You're like, thank you. Yeah. My God. All right. Here's a phrase you say back to them. Okay, ready? Punjabi lesson for today, Indy. Anybody says that shit to you, yeah, you say this. Now, you can't say to anyone who's really close, but anyone you don't give a shit about, right? You go angle. Okay, practice angle. Shatya. Kyun? My God. Say.
Why?
Say. So you got.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Do the body language. So
say
kyun?
Kyun?
You gotta tap the chest. Kyun?
Kyun?
So why?
Huh?
Am I any less? Kyun? Why am I any less?
Achha, there you go.
That's what you say.
That's what I should have done. But inside, I was like, what? Okay, cool. She was throwing Mampachari.
Or, bro, say this one to be even more. She married, you married her. And then you point at Sanj, you go, Emenu chandiya.
What does that mean?
She wants me. Emenu chandiya. Emenu chandiya. Menu, me, meh, jaga, menu chandiya. That's what you say to her.
Oh my God, got him.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, shut down. There's no comeback on that shit, man.
So there you have it. That was interesting. Now going back to you making an appearance, my mum tried to corner you, didn't she?
You knew Sanj
into singing
in a full packed restaurant. The owner.
There was a piano downstairs being played,
which I said. To which your mum said, Masiji said, "We'll have him shut up or be turned off, whatever."
Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah.
Bailed you out of that, mate.
And then Indy comes in and goes, no, mom, no, this is not
I said,
happening.
No, mom, he's our guest. We don't do that.
Yeah.
I had to point out the whole logistics. No. It was his daughter's part today. He doesn't have to be here. I'm not going to make him come to this and then now sing for us all. No. Okay.
Come on, man. Quick, gana guna gade. Come on, man. Do the dance.
So there
I should have grabbed the mic. I should grab the mic and be like, Confessions of Round Monday.
That would have done.
And then you come in, Hanji Faji. My God.
So bailed you out of that. Now
then I see your dad, and I'm trying to tell him, Master Ji, thode video te 1.2 million ho gaye. What did Master Ji hear?
2 million.
2 million ho gaye? Made 2 million ho gaye? Then this guy next to him, oh, they made 2 million video ho gaye. I'm like, I can't take this back now.
yeah, you dug me a grave there, mate. So thanks.
Yeah.
That was funny. So that's all fine. Get back to the house. And going back to the keys thing, the pen thing, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Were the pens still there? Well, during the night, Gudrun, my parents' ring device hasn't worked for years. I thought it did. It had been disconnected the whole time, which we found out the next day. Because my keys went missing at the end of the night. I left them in the door. We let people in and out. My keys went missing. And I'm thinking, where are my keys? At the end of the night, couldn't find it anywhere. Everyone checked their pockets. No luck. I thought one of the prawn had taken it with them accidentally. So
No,
my dad has
it's
a
not accident. Yeah.
and my dad has a separate camera at the house, which me and Sanj were trawling through the next day for 2 hours trying to find out exactly when it had gone. And you can't skip through. You have to just sit and watch it and see if anyone picked it up.
Yeah.
No, nothing. Checking everywhere the whole night. Nope. Look in my car. Nope. Look in dad's car. Message my siblings. Message Sanja's family who came. Nope. No one saw it. Even those that left last. Nothing. No. Then all of a sudden, I thought, let me just check dad's cupboard one more time. Went upstairs, checked his pockets. No. But dad was wearing a jumper cardigan. And they had these little
jumper
pockets.
cardigan.
They had these little pockets.
Yeah,
in the right little pocket were my bloody jabbi. And I said, I asked you last night, were these in your pocket? He said, huh? I said, they were here. He said, acha. Okay. And then he wouldn't say sorry. He was like, nay. This is what happened. I was like, no, dad, just say you fucked up. It's really easy. Just say you fucked up. He's like,
how do you say that in Punjabi?
Ki, I fucked up.
Yeah.
मैं shit हो गया.
Oh shit, man.
What do you say though? What do you say in Punjabi? You're like, oh, chalo, sorry.
मेरे तो गलती हो गई.
Yeah. Or just sorry. Sorry works.
What? Sorry.
Sorry.
अच्छा नहीं is when someone starts with नहीं 3 times. पता की होया?
Yeah, पता की होया? नहीं पता की.
Oh मैं चेता आ गया मैनू. तू कितना? तू रखया थे.
Yeah, it's your
तू
fault.
चाबी रखया. तू मेरा गेम प्ले करदा.
It's your fault.
Hide and seek खेलदा मेरे
It's
नाल.
your fault for putting the key in the door. It's your fault for leaving it there. Yeah, all that. Cheers, Dad. Cheers. So there you go. That was my dad's birthday in summary. It was fantastic. He had a great night. That's all that matters. Found my keys because I was thinking if I lost those keys, I'd have to order new keys for the flat because we'd lost them and therefore have to get new ones made and then we're moving.
Good.
Yeah, I'm glad we found it. But there you have it. Shout out to Mum, Dad for throwing a great party. Dad had a great time. Gaurav, thank you for coming. Thank you to everyone who came. I know a few people
just
do listen to the pod that were there. So thank you guys for listening to this episode and for and for attending. Yes, Gaurav.
Just a little bit of etiquette, Indy. So when the waiter comes round with a plate of chopped up cake that's clearly intended for everybody.
Yes, let's talk about this. Yeah.
And you just take the whole plate and start munching through it like you've never seen khana before.
Yeah.
So that nobody else can get it.
Yeah.
I think that's considered rude.
Do you want to give a bit of context on that before you start getting smart? Yeah. Okay, so here's the context. I couldn't eat any of the food that night because the last time I went to Five Rivers, it turned my ass into Five Rivers. Okay, so I'm not doing that this time.
Oh,
I thought, yes, bro. The next day I was fully finished. Right, I couldn't handle it, so I thought I'm not doing that. And then I've got to travel back to London the next day. No, this is not happening. Rende. So I didn't eat, nor did Bao. Me, you, Bao, and Sanj went to go and get food after at Mackey's, which was great because it was a good time to debrief. But everyone was being given a bit of the cake. I've been told it's nut free.
Right.
My Bubby, by the way, I went to Bubby. I said, "Bubby, is the cake nut free?" She said, "Who's asking?" I was like,
"I'm asking."
Me. And she's like, "Oh," I said, "Bubby, you've known me for nearly 13 years. You didn't think that I would be the one that had a nut allergy?" She's like, "Do you know what it is, Indy? I just don't think like that." I was like, "Cheers, Bubby. Good to know you love me." Okay. So that was fun. Now this guy brings out the cake after everybody else has been served cake already. But I said to him, "Can you not bring out cake with other stuff?" Because I think it was cake, ras malai, and some other stuff that had like a nutty texture on it. So I said, "I can't have that. Can you just bring me a slice of cake out?" And I'm waiting for ages. Everyone's had theirs. It's all gone away at this point. And I'm thinking, "Can I have a bit of cake, please?" I'll just go in the back and get it myself. The guy didn't bring it out. Eventually, someone brings over the whole thing cut up. And I'm like, "Give me the whole thing. This is my dinner right now." So I'm there yamming the cake. And you're like, "Indy, don't be so greedy." And I'm like, "Gaurav, shut the fuck up. Thank you."
Only you. It's brilliant.
Thank you. Yeah. Right. Next segment. Hanji Paji. Welcome to the segment. I was going to say the news segment, but it's not. It's the segment. The segment that you clicked on this episode for. Let's be honest. Okay.
All right.
First things first.
Okay, Mitra.
Got it.
Hmm.
How is it medically possible for a lady to have another child at the age of 58 and the father
IVF.
60? This is in
IVF.
reference to Sidhu Moosewala's parents, apparently,
So Dani
reportedly,
Charan Kaur,
being pregnant.
58 years old.
Unconfirmed, but if true, okay. Please shine some light on this for me, doctor.
So, from what I've read, it's IVF rather than by natural means of conception.
And does that surpass menopausal states? This is why the story sounds very suspect to me, because you go through menopause in your mid-40s. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's early menopause. Some people go through 50, late 50s.
Fine. 50, late 50s. You would think his mum has been through menopause already. Menopause is your body's way of saying what exactly? Just so we're clear.
Thank you, bye-bye. No more
fertility, basically,
eggs.
right? Like, no more eggs coming. That's it. So, how are you going to... Could IVF theoretically work if you inseminate the eggs and the sperm at the same time? That should work.
That's what
right?
IVF is.
Yeah.
No, that's what IVF is itself. But it's like, is it her egg? Is it someone else's egg? Is it someone else's egg and sperm? But then she's carrying it, so she's like the surrogate. Is it true? Don't know. Apparently, it's due March, like next month.
Next month? I didn't know that.
Did I read that wrong? Was it next year March? I don't know. I read something about
Can't
March.
Can't be next year March. That's 13 months.
Yeah.
Go and do some quick maths, man.
Yeah. Something about March. Maybe it's this March then.
Oh, God.
But obviously, as a mother, with Sidhu's passing, like, it's not random. Like, I kind of get why somebody would, in that void, want a child.
Okay.
But yes, if this is true, the rate of complications at such an advanced age, high blood pressure, preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, very high, very, very high.
Potentially an overdrive,
from the lady
you
perspective.
Would think.
Yeah, from lady perspective, because there are plenty of elderly men with younger partners.
Yes, because the longevity of sperm is pretty stable, would you say? Or sperm count?
Yeah. Like, they probably still have a bit of help as well, but like Robert De Niro, for example, he's like a dad again at 79 or something.
Okay.
You're like a 3-year-old son. I was just like, that's just...
Is it him? I remember someone saying this the other week and they were getting angry that you said the wrong person.
Did I?
Robert De Niro.
People always get angry.
Kid, 79. Robert De Niro. Yeah, you're right. Oh my God, it is him. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm all for it, but biology and age and what we call
just
the laws of nature.
Those two small factors. Yeah.
Yeah, but the laws of nature, or in Punjabi, what we'd call Ishri Qanun.
Meaning?
Ishar means God. Qanun means laws. The laws of God. Like, there's some things. Like, the sun will rise, the moon goes down. You know? Or whatever. These are things which are written and are fixed. And so I feel like, you have your time to be mother, father. Some things just shouldn't happen, based on age and things.
I'm not going to believe it until I see it, personally. If she rocks up with a child and there's no bump or anything like that afterwards, I'm like, don't believe it. If we see a full pregnancy bump, fine. I believe it. But also, how? This is like a medical miracle, surely. Even with IVF. The fact that you are able to carry and not have any complications.
Do a quick Google. Oldest lady to become pregnant. What is it?
$74.
How recent?
Between 97 and 99.
Okay, where? Name?
It's on Wikipedia, though.
Ethnicity?
Hang on. I don't
Yeah,
trust
we'll
that.
keep
Let me go in
accurate.
USA Today. 74-year-old woman reportedly gave birth to twins. Maybe the oldest ever to give birth. That was in India. Fuck's sake. It's always
See,
India.
oh, it's India.
It's always
They're
India, man.
ਉੱਥੇ miracle ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ.
Yeah. What?
Bloody hell, only India, man.
It's just
ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਜਾਦੂ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜਾਦੂ.
that same story made it to the Independent. Yeah. Oh fucking hell.
You know what's funny? Had it happened anywhere else in the world, you'd believe it. If that happened in India, you're like, nahi, galt hai.
You know what? It's so
It's
bad
true.
that we
It's
think
true. It's
something
so
Potte
true.
has happened here, right?
Yeah.
We shouldn't. We
Potte,
should
yeah.
just accept it. But I'm sorry, the pessimist in me is just screaming right now. Okay, there's another one where a woman in her 70s is the oldest ever to give birth. Do you want to know who it is?
Indian lady again.
Daljinder Kaur, 70 years old from Haryana. Okay.
You're like, why? Why do we have these records? Why these records?
Crazy records, man. Okay, in which case, maybe I'm wrong. Fuck you know. Just, okay. All right. Let's say the baby's born.
You know what Adidas' slogan is?
Just do it. No, that's Nike.
No, that's Nike. It's Nike. Adidas is
Impossible is nothing.
You know what? Imagine they run an ad campaign, and that's the campaign in it. Impossible is nothing.
That's it. Done. The ripe age of 58.
Okay.
Okay, so let's take it the next step then, yeah? Baby's born. How much pressure is on this baby to fulfill the shoes that were left
Legacy.
behind by their former brother? You know?
You assuming it's a male?
No, I just said shoes to be filled. You can step into the role and be a singer, male or female.
I guess it's a different vibe though if it's a lady, huh?
Not really.
For Sidhu's. Yeah, no, for Sidhu's vibe, like Sidhu's it's a very masculine energy.
Girls can have masculine energy too.
Yeah, but fine. Big shoes. Whether they want to go into that, that's a whole different thing. But I'd start thinking from a safety perspective, man. I was like, you need to protect that child.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
And also, this has
In
been
fact,
publicized very quickly, which means, and apparently it was the Thaiya who told everyone.
Thaiya, bloody. Look at Indy's like, it's not the Chacha.
Not the Chacha.
Not the Chacha.
Not the
You throw
Chacha.
shit. No, bloody
Thaiya.
Thaiya.
Thank you.
Thaiya. Thaiya is traditionally the most stern.
Thaias are normally the ones the dad falls out with.
Interesting. Why so? Your elder brother?
Yeah. There's normally like some
Cool.
kind of beef there with the eldest brother. Just
Because
telling you
he
the
thinks
truth.
he knows best.
It's never the Chacha. It's always the Thaiya.
Your kid's Thaiya will be Bao.
It's Bal, yeah. Say
You
it.
wouldn't fall out with Bao.
Say it. Go on, I know you want to say
You
it.
wouldn't fall out with Bao.
No, I'm not going to
You
fall
wouldn't
out with
fall
Bal.
out.
That also, you're also a Thaiya as well, you idiot.
Not real Thaiya.
Still counts. You're not my
No.
Sukha Thaiya.
Your what, sorry?
Yeah.
You remembered it. my dry Thaiya. Oh god, that sounds like some sharabi and I don't drink in it. He's your dry Thaiya. He doesn't drink.
He's a recovering alcoholic. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. You know, it'd be so funny because kids are so malleable. Yeah, I could tell EK some stuff about you that's completely not true. And when she's around you, she'd be like, Then afterwards, my Indy, I told her this, and he was like, "What? What?"
That's why she won't flipping sit. That's why she won't sit in the same room as me. She's disgusted at me. Okay.
I'll be like, you know your Chacha. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be a real Indy. You know your Chacha? Yes, Dad. He used to be your Chachi.
Oh wow. Why is that killed you so much? Why has that made you laugh so much? I don't get it.
This is so funny. It's just like I can imagine her like looking at you. Oh wow, Great transformation.
Medical marvel over here.
It really looks like a
I guess
man.
Sidhu Moosewala's mum. Medical marvel over here, right? Is that why his voice goes high pitched sometimes in the podcast, Dad?
The way he laughs like that.
I've never seen you laugh like this so much before.
Yeah, so good.
Brilliant.
It Chacha was a chachi. So there you go.
There you go. Okay, so I hope the parents are fine and I hope the child is healthy, but good Lord, I don't know if it's true. And for me, seeing is believing, but chalo, let's see. Anything sad?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, and the other reason you clicked on this episode, we're now going to cover. So, the farmers' protest has returned, hasn't it, Garan?
It has indeed.
The farmers' protest, for a quick recap, happened in India. It wasn't just a Sikh thing either. It was a farmers thing.
All farmers.
And a lot
All
of them
farmers.
happened to be Punjabi Sikh. Now, it's...
I think they led the rally, and I think people appreciate that because we are just generally lucky people.
We're the ones who always
Lucky.
cause the most ruckus. Yeah, let's be honest.
Basically that.
Yeah.
But then everyone else then jumps on the hype.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's join them now.
Yeah.
That's it.
So last time it happened, they were upset about a minimum price being established for
What we call the MSP.
farmers, called the MSP.
Minimum support price.
Then there was also the fact that corporations were going to be able to set the price. Is that correct?
That's the same thing the NSP, isn't it? But the point is,
Yeah. So they
the
were
supply-
angry at the fact that it was all changing and the agricultural landscape for them was going to become very unprofitable very quickly.
Too much competition,
Yes.
basically. Too much competition meant they could be undercut, which meant, okay, you don't want to. We're not going to pay your price, but don't worry, you're not going to sell to us or buy from this guy, and he'll accept the price.
Exactly. And then it's a pretty much what's the phrase? It's a race to the bottom at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then they haven't got enough for substance. They can't live off what they produce. You got to remember, like okay, we think of, like, we go to Morrison's, Tesco, like in these cases, you go to like every supermarket.
Oh
and
yes,
there's
all of them. Lidl,
oh,
Aldi,
yeah. Oh yes.
Tesco, Asda.
That's it. Waitrose.
Never Waitrose.
Never.
Waitrose is
never.
like, if I'm having a really baller day and I got a lot of money left over, I will go Waitrose.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's not happening,
Yeah.
bro. It's not happening.
Buy a pack of biscuits.
Mate,
Yeah.
M&S food. Woo! Told you, my annual tradition,
Premium.
dinner for
Oh,
two.
yeah, Valentine's.
Woo! That's it. That's the only time I go there. But the food is premium. It
Oh,
tastes
okay.
good. I won't deny.
No, M&S is banging, man. We do quite M&S. Not very often, but quite often.
Yeah.
Like Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas
Ballers.
at the end.
Yeah. Ballers.
What can I say, mate? Listen, this is all I'm going to say. Look, economics, bro.
Ballers.
If you're gonna live in London, right? I told Dad, man. I was walking back with Indy from the podcast studio, and Indy, like, I don't know, we were 3 roads down from your ride, and you're like, "Yeah, this house is £1 million." I was like, "For what?" Yeah, like a terrace house in Nikaya. You're like, "Yeah, it's £1 million." £2 million. I was like, "Oh, bloody hell, man!"
Yeah.
Bloody London, innit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, when we go to the supermarkets, obviously we don't think about, like, you pick up that Weetabix or you pick up that bread, whatever you pick up, aloo, you don't think about where it comes from, right? We're just like, it's here, it's easy, accessible. Obviously farmers have to make a living. Like, they're not, they obviously make this stuff, they sell this stuff, but they still want to be able, they have to live off its substance, right? It's not, if they don't have enough paisa, then there's no farmers, man. There's no farmers, no food. Like, it's very simple, but people forget how, if that went away, then if you don't get it from your own country, you're gonna have to get a lot of shit from outside. So that's
Also,
gonna have more
understand
import
that,
tax.
to draw a parallel to here in England, farmers have been shafted ever since Brexit happened, like really badly. They've been
that's it. And then he goes, they're moaning as well.
they've been royally shafted because they were promised they wouldn't be affected, and a lot of them voted for it because they wanted some reform to help them. Instead of what they ended up with was more regulation, less of an ability to get things sold abroad, and an inability to have people come from abroad during the free movement of people to help on those farms when they need it most. So, for example, a couple of years ago, there was a mass culling of turkeys at Christmas because they didn't have enough people to help kill the turkeys, basically, or to bring them through. So they just had to kill a bunch of them off because they physically couldn't get them ready for Christmas. So people don't see all that stuff happening because they just think, oh, it's still on the shelf. But
Yeah.
It's not that
That's it.
simplistic.
I think I remember there's a shortage about strawberry pickers as well, wasn't there?
Something like that. Yeah, picking fruit is
And
a
that was
big shortage now
picking fruit, isn't
because
it? It was,
yeah, it is hard to attract people for those things here when you don't have freedom of movement. So there you have it. Anyway, Gordon, that distracts from the point. Going back to the farmers, so now they're back protesting again. Why are they protesting again, Gordon?
So obviously, at the end of the first protest, the reason why the first protest is effectively ended was because these are demands, these are reforms, repeal them, right? But obviously, it's one thing saying it, but then you have to follow through, and there has to be tangible consequences. It's been 2 years, nothing meaningful has happened. They're like, well, let's do it again then, because they're not doing what they said they're going to do. They've pacified us, saying they will, and they won't. So these are the these are the requests. Number one, enact a legally binding minimum support price. So this is what we call the MSP, to ensure that all farmers get a minimum guaranteed price of 1.5 times the production cost of their crops. Right, so
Good.
building in the margin. Yeah,
Instead of the margins
and
just
obviously
being thrown about here and there.
whatever the the corporation said. Obviously, they can be higher than that price, but minimum, right? Number two, justice to all dissenters of the 2000 to 2021 farmers' protests, including compensation and government jobs to the families of the 750 plus farmers who were killed during the protests, and the withdrawal of all cases filed against farmers involved in in the agitations. Number three, India must quit the World Trade Organization, WTO, increase import restrictions on agricultural commodities, and prioritize national food security and the purchase of crops from Indian farmers.
That one probably
Basically,
won't happen. But yeah.
buy your own supply. Yeah. I mean, they're obviously subsidizing a lot at the moment, but subsidize maybe other things, but the core stuff that India can produce, buy it. Number four, waive off loans for the entire farming and laborer communities that have accumulated massive amounts of debt as a result of agricultural deregulation and economic liberalization in the last few decades. So basically, farmers have prices have been going down, so they can't afford their mortgage, their rent, their kharcha, because obviously they're not making enough money, so therefore they take loans and they go into more debt because in the next year they're not able to sell anymore. So that's that. Number five, justice for the victims of the Lakhimpur Kheri massacre, who were violently mowed down by the son of the BJP Minister of State Ajay Mishra Teni. Number six, exclude the agricultural sector from the Pollution Act, which makes farmers liable for burning stubble or post-harvest residue to clear out their fields. Number seven, repeal the Electricity Act, which puts farmers at the risk of losing their electricity subsidies. Number eight, create a pension scheme of at least 10,000 rupees per month for farmers and laborers above the age of 58. Number nine, implement the 2013 Land Acquisition Act, ensuring written consent and fair compensation, rehabilitation, and resettlement to farmers whose lands are acquired by the government or corporate entities. Number 10, penalize corporations producing fake seeds, pesticides, fertilizers, and other products, and introduce programs to improve the quality of the seeds and crops. Number 11, include agricultural labor in the government employment and guarantee scheme, ensuring 200 days of employment per year at the government's minimum wage. And number 12, ensure indigenous peoples' rights over forests, water, and land as per the fifth schedule of the Constitution and stop the violence against them.
So what they're basically asking
Those
for, Karan, is just regulation. They're just asking for protection. Like pensions is a very fair protection mechanism. They're asking the government to look after them at home instead of buying from abroad. Hence the World Trade Organization thing. That will never happen, FYI. You can't just quit the WTO. What you can do is give an offer back saying we pledge to go for you guys first here in India, and then anything we can't get, we'll get from abroad.
India, then,
That's a better way of going for it. But I get it. You go in and have high demand, so you can come back down from them and then find a middle. Fair. But a lot of the stuff in there doesn't seem too unreasonable. Subsidies, etc. Burning of stubble. I get that it's pollution, but India is already a massive generator of pollution and problems to the environment. Don't see why that should not be allowed. Why they're nailing down on farmers and not other corporations that are polluting. Like
exactly. Yeah. Theirs is the means to an end. It's like we have to do it to clear the land so we can basically farm the land again. There's a reason they're not doing it just for like Clara. It's not like.
What's crazy as well, Karan, is that even though the farmers are marching to Delhi, they've stopped about 200 miles of off it because they were being essentially pushed out from even making it there. So they were
because they know what happened last time.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not
But
gonna make it
now
to that.
they've done things like cutting phone signals out in the area to stop people communicating, which is a mad tradition. If you did that in England, it'd be anarchy. People would lose their shit. But in India, it's just accepted that they can switch things on and off like it's a tap. And that's one thing. In Delhi as well, they barricaded it so far back to 100 miles of the radius so that people can't make it there to not cause a problem. What makes me think this is crazy is that why would you cause this much of a problem in the run up to an election this year, where it's your election year? Are you that confident that you can piss off so many farmers because you think that you will just get in office and do whatever the hell you want again? If so, that's a big boy political move. But I don't know if this will get much traction, and it will have a negative impact on Modi coming back in power. Who knows? But there's so many things here that just don't add up, and I'm thinking, why now? Like, why isn't he just backing down on this, just to accept the fact that he can make it good with some people and then get some pretty good votes in? I don't understand the Indian electoral system, or what else is at play, or how nationalism is going, or how strong the message is, or what the next election message is. But just so many bad choices, it seems like, are being made from the outside looking in. You're not a man of your word. You didn't commit to stuff you said that you would see through 2.5 years ago. It's just not right.
That's politics, baby.
And obviously, we will do our best to support farmers as much as we can. We'll raise as much awareness as possible.
How is CSK? What's the news on the ground?
Nothing much, really. He's not near Delhi or anything, so he doesn't know too much about it. I guess you can say he isn't exposed to too much of it. I'll drop him a call and ask him, though.
Yeah, I think if he picked up the phone, he gets some intel.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his term, man? I heard it in I don't know where I heard it. I don't know if it's a late bloomer. Ops.
Oh, ops is opposition.
Oh, is that what it meant?
Yeah. So dushmani.
Okay. So when people say, "Oh, there's ops of the Gurdwara,"
Yeah.
Opposition.
Yeah.
Oh, Chacha. I thought it meant like spies or something.
Yeah, close. Ops, same.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just been slangified into meaning that now. Does that help?
Yeah, so I think CSK picked up the phone. He could. Ki ho raha? Kithe ho raha? Shall I send Jagga?
Dad ain't got that much pull. I wish he did. Baller move. But
No. You told me a story about a drone at Harmandir Sahib.
Yeah, I did. And that was revolutionary. Okay. But that's the max pull. Okay. It doesn't extend beyond Harmandir Sahib. Okay.
If you can do it at Harmandir Sahib, you can do it anywhere.
You can't do it anywhere. No.
That's pretty.
No, you can't.
CSK has long reach.
No,
man.
you can't. He has long reach, but it ain't that.
You know what he has to say? You just ring him like, listen, Mudio, मेरी वीडियो तो 1.2 million view है मैं थोड़ी वीडियो तो भी इन्हें कर सकता You know the proudest thing about that video? See, what's CSK's proudest thing? It's not the views.
It's with his left hand.
That's it. The amount of times he goes back to that, he's like, "Ah, तो मेरी left hand ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੀ ਜੇ ਮੇਰਾ right hand ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ."
Imagine how good it'd be with the right hand. That's what he's saying. What a guy.
In his head, he would knock over his lane's pins and the next pins.
Of course.
If he had a right hand.
Of course, it's easy. It's easy to him.
Oh, and that's the second point he always makes. He does that in action, right? I just look straight, and I know in my mind. Good. I love it when he tells that story. There's so much conviction.
And he told you this about 10. He told you this about 10 drinks deep as well. But yeah.
Guys, if you've heard of commencement speeches, right? That happen in America, like famous people do them after graduations and stuff. The actors. If CSK did a commencement speech about focus and hitting the target, and then he played this clip, Arjanvelli. Wow.
Other things to round out the farmers' movement. We'll do our best to raise awareness, but it begs the question: what does raising awareness actually do over here? Because it's not like international pressure will reach over there. And because the story isn't sexy anymore, and it's been through its first round of outcry and then they back down, now it's back. It's not getting the same wave of attention. Have you noticed? No one's really giving it that much bump anymore. It's like, oh, okay, the story's lost its momentum. A bit like the post office scandal. A bit like how everything, when it's fresh, it really hurts. But then after it passes, people become a bit apathetic towards it. I feel like the same thing's happening here.
Do you think the same thing's happened now to Israel, Palestine as well?
No, because Netanyahu took it up a level recently by adding fuel to the fire of saying, no, we're not going to back down. Our mission is nearly complete. That's basically an admission to saying, yeah, I'm going to commit some more mass atrocity, potentially a genocide. And yeah, you guys are just going to sit back and watch. So that's very different to say Modi, who's been very quiet about it, not really said anything. He's not put anything out publicly, no statements. Yeah. He's playing the politics card.
That's it.
So there you have it. Anything else to add? If you were a farmer in India, Karan, what would you do?
It's difficult. Depends on my mindset. If my mindset is I want to stay a farmer, then you've got to protest. But if my mindset is I want to leave and set up somewhere else, and my land has good value. Sell the land, take the money, do something else.
I do think
depends on what the outlook is.
Yeah, being a farmer right now in India is just an all-time low, and I don't think it's going to get any better. Especially when you look at how the treatment of the land over the years with the soil and how it's been really badly utilized, I guess you could say, with bad fertilizers, etc. I don't think there's going to be much. What's the word? Agrable land or land you can actually get something out of for like yield. Fertile. I think it's just going to become less and less and less. Barren. That's it. Best to sell now if you can. But if that's people's livelihood, or it's their, or it's come from their parents and their parents' parents, got a big attachment to it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're the fifth, sixth, and you're like, well, it can't end with me now.
Yeah.
Like this has been carried through. Yeah, I get that. And then, well, what's the opposite? You've got to go and fight.
There we go. I don't envy their position, and I hope they find a way through it, man. And they've actually planned to go for another year. They've taken enough food supplies for a year to go and protest. Okay. A year, wow.
It's not like the point you just mentioned then about losing momentum. There's losing momentum, and then there's remembering, how much have I got to lose?
Yeah.
Right. It's like, okay, say there's something we feel passionate about, Indy, and we strike, right? Say it's in your work. You'll strike to the point where you can strike, and after that, it's like, I got a mortgage to pay, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I got bills to pay, or I got this, I got responsibility. What do you do then?
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult to go all in, like really all in, and not think about consequences. And it's amplified by that. Again, say somebody was protesting here, right, and it's outside 10 Downing Street.
Happens every day now, but yeah.
Say they do it for a year.
Sorry, it's not there. It's by the Houses of Parliament now. Yeah.
It's still like you're in the knowledge that, okay, a bit like when you queue for like tickets to Wimbledon, you can take your tent and you can have khana and it's pretty safe. That's a different thing, right? You don't think you're going to die in England. That's the difference. India, different thing. It's like you go into it's like, oh yeah, peace protest. It's not that, man. And that's the thing, that the fear of something fatal happening is a very real thing.
People go missing in India very easily. In England, that doesn't really happen.
It's just a thing.
But in India, it's like, oh, they're just gone.
Oh yeah. That's what it is.
The amount of people that went missing, family members after 84 and what happened in Harmandir Sahib, and those bodies were never found, those people were never found, just gone. And you're thinking, how is that allowed? And just swept under the carpet and moved on. You're like, whoa. What? And that'll be the 40-year anniversary for this year.
Yeah, 2024, yeah.
Crazy, man. Anyway, we'll jump into the last little bit, people. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Did we miss anything out? Would you guys do anything differently? What can we do to actually help? Anything that we can do to push out the message? Any suggestions you have? Please DM us or let us know. We'll jump into the last little bit. What's happening, Doctor?
Doctor is a little bit mad. Yes, doctors get unwell. You know where it's come from? I'll tell you where it's come from. We had a swimming lesson like we do on Sunday, but we had a week off because of half term. And so EK just decided that she'd forgotten what pani is, and just made me look really bad in front of the other parents. I'm just like crying, and I was like, okay, I was like, really baisti got the. I understand what parents mean now. That was the first time I had that moment. I was like, okay, what are you doing? Come on, daddy loves you. You know how to swim. We love swimming. Why are you crying? Don't cry about. So there's this bit where they put the kids in the what they call the ready position. So think of it like a front crawl. So you have the child in front of you, and then you're going backwards and you're pulling them so they can start kicking, whatever. And obviously, when they cry, you have to use distraction techniques. So the main one that they teach parents is blow bubbles. You make like funny noises in the pani and stuff. Now, I think I ingested a lot of pani by
Chlorine.
accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then the next day, my throat was sore, man. I woke up in bed and I was like, I can't speak. I was like, there is something.
You ingested all of people's saliva. Ganda.
Why you got
straight in
shit,
your
man?
throat. All their dirty feet.
Oh,
all of it. The dead
Indy.
skin.
Indy. Don't do this to me, yeah.
The dirty hair.
I'm trying to keep
you went and you didn't know you were motorboating people's bacteria into your flipping mouth, were you?
I'm trying to keep EK cool by blowing these bubbles.
Yeah.
And I've obviously gone the wrong way, and the pani's come inside.
You're a good father, man. You took one for the team.
You got to do what you got to do, man. And yes, anyway.
You're 4 days on from that. You're still dying. That's quite mad.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Jello, you got all the flus. Probably got a new COVID in you. Very good, very good.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your well wishes.
You're very welcome. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Share
right, you carry on. I'm going to stretch.
Okay, number 1, my Pindu Punjabi is not wrong. Bala, being cold, is also a word. Bare people DM'd. A lot of people were on my side. Karan, Farlo. Thank you.
Do you know what? I'll tell you a side point which is funny. Yeah, my sister rings me up. Mehed. She's like, listen to your podcast. I was like, yeah, I know. She goes, she was listening to you and Satnam, right? And she goes, there's a bit where you two are both like, oh yeah, we'll ask doctor about this thing in Punjabi.
Yes.
And she's listening. She's like, okay, his Punjabi is good, but it looks better because the bar with Indy is so low.
Yes, it does. It does. Of course,
that's what it is. Right? And so she was like, your Punjabi is not that good. I said, okay, thank you. Thanks for the compliment, Meher. And I said, there's two things. There's two parts of Punjabi. From a vocabulary perspective, I'm definitely not the best.
Yes.
But the reason why my Punjabi is good, or it may appear better than it is because conversationally, I can pretty much say anything because I'll have a way of saying it.
Yeah.
But from a vocab point of view, that's something I am actively working on. And learning actively that different regions of Punjab say things in very different ways.
Yes, we do.
So Thand pagi, Thand lagi is what I say. I've never heard Pala at all.
Pala. There you go. Got you.
Pala.
Gotcha.
There you go.
And lastly, I understand the appeal of interior design, Karan. Now that I've moved, God, I understand.
You know what I said to Shindy when I was driving home from yours? She goes, what do you think? I said, I'm so happy our house is finished. I remember what it was like to be like that. And I was just like, oh my God. Because I remember you walked in, you were like, had to do the main things. You got like pipe coming out here, and you got this like random thought, you got that random switch up there. And you're just like, it's not priority, and this shit takes time, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't miss that.
So much to do, man. Like
so much to do.
Painting walls, wallpaper, lights changing, fixtures and fittings, like all this stuff, man. So I'll hit you up for the handyman to get rid of all this random wiring. I'm looking around now, all this random wiring going through the ceiling. Like, yeah, just strip it all off.
Well, if my guy's coming to the internet, he's an electrician, he can do that side of things.
Yeah, I'll ask him to do that as well. But yeah. It's interior design. I get it. Pinterest is going to be my new friend. I'm going to look for inspiration.
Pick, sit down with Shindy. She'll do some mood boards. That's a secret passion, by the way, guys. You've seen this, obviously, podcast studio we sit in, so Shindy's design. Apart from her love for mortgage brokering and, financial advice and all that other good stuff and helping you guys, if you ever need any help, you know where to reach out.
Yeah.
Interior design is also a thing. She will design a house, a bedroom, a room that you like. She gets it.
I agree. Yeah, and we also got to think about the little podcast space I'm trying to make as well, and all the little layout of that. It's gonna take a long time, but when it comes off, it's gonna look suave. Isn't that right, Garen? You'll be coming down
Very
here.
good.
And
I'm just appreciating again your use of Punjabi words in
Suave.
English. Just commit to who's the person who said something on the live? Have a whole conversation for 5 minutes in Punjabi.
I'll do that off air because it's just gonna make for a horrible listenership. Take care.
Oh, the key.
Yes, or the key indeed. And on that note, catch you guys next week. Please like the video on the way out. Love you lot.
Peace.
Take care. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here, and don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.